Hey now guys, how is it hanging? Good evening to you all. Back with another book review. And wow, I don't know where to begin with this one, guys. Uh, I'm talking about Volume 12, Society of Serpents of Captain America, Volume 12, 1985 to 1986. We are now in the start of the Mark Gruenwald era, guys. We are from here on until the volume 21. From volume 12 to 21, we're in the age of Gruenwald. So 1985 to 1995, 10 years is going to be nothing but awesome Mark Gruenwald stories. He did from what, issue 307 to 443. So that's 137 issues technically. Actually, he did miss one issue during that run, so it is 136 issues. And this is the start, guys. Volume 12, Society of Serpents. I don't even know where to begin, guys, because so much happened here. As the title suggests, Cap deals with the Serpent Society, formerly the Serpent Squad, who've now elevated from 4 members to 12 members, I think. They're led by Sidewinder, and you got members like Anaconda, Diamondback, Death Adder, Black Mamba, Asp, Bushmaster, Cottonmouth, and they're hired by AIM. Their initial appearance is they're hired by AIM to find MODOK, and they find this big-headed dude and they fucking kill him. They slit his throat. They eat him. They bite him. A couple. Was it Cottonmouth and I forget another guy, but they're eating. They're eating and sucking on MODOK at one point. And I'm just, oh god, I don't know. Throughout these issues, I don't know whether to laugh or cry. That's how good it was, and the touch that Gruenwald gives this volume is just a great start. But yeah, Cap deals with the Serpent Society. He's dealing with a whole slew of new first appearances, new arrivals, first appearances. Madcap shows up for the first time in issue 307, which I believe is Gruenwald's first issue. Madcap appears in 307, 309. Nomad decides to quit. Like this time he quits. Like he quits as Cap's partner. He leaves the book. In fact, there's a huge overhaul. First of all, Bernie Rosenthal, Cap's girlfriend, decides to become a lawyer. She decides to go to law school in Wisconsin, so she leaves Steve behind, leaves him a Dear John note at the very last issue of 317. She tells him in 316, hey, I'm leaving. But then in 317, she takes off. Cap, of course, is on a mission with Hawkeye to fight these dudes called the Death Rows. The Death Rows, that's their name, and they're juggler assassins. Pretty strange. I read this issue already, 317, in the Hawkeye Volume 1. So that was there. So it was good to read that story again. But you had Bernie's gone. Everybody in the Brownstone. Josh Cooper's gone. Mike Farrell, the firefighter, Anna Kappelbaum, their landlady, is gone. Arnie Roth, I don't think he lives in the Brownstone, but he was part of the supporting cast. He's gone now. That was Steve's, one gay friend, and now he's moved to Florida to deal with his trauma that he went through with the Red Skull back in like issue 2. What was it, 295 or something? 295. Oh man, that was last volume, by the way, guys. Sturm und Drang, volume 11. So everyone's pretty much left the book. All the supporting characters. Cap has left his advertising business. He left his advertising business with that anti-Semite Mr. Bennett, and he's now working for Marvel Comics. Like, how meta can you be? It's pretty cool. Cap, and this is like the touch of Gruenwald. So now it's now a metaverse in a way. So now there's a real life Marvel Comics group in Earth 616. So Cap actually goes to meet Mike Carlin and shows him his samples as an artist, and he gets offered the chance to be the artist of the Captain America comics for Marvel. Captain America is drawing the artwork for Captain America. So pretty funny humor stuff. Nothing with him meeting Mark Gruenwald or Stan Lee or anything yet. Just Mike Carlin, who was the editor. Actually, Mike Carlin wrote the initial 302 to 306 in this volume here. By the way, guys, if you want to get the rundown, as always, I posted it in the community tab, because I can't even keep straight what I read. I started this yesterday and finished it today. So in one day, I read this book, 432 pages, not bad at all. You got Marvel Fanfare number 18, which has a Roger Stern written, Frank Miller penciled, really a New York story. Captain America is helping these firefighters stop an arson ring who are just setting buildings on fire. But it's, again, pretty telling about how the American system works and how it shortchanges the working class, to put it mildly. To put it, mildly and bluntly, it's not an overly political issue, but it's a very thought-provoking American story. Man, I really like Gruenwald's touch with Cap here. Even with J.M. DeMatteis and Roger Stern before him, Gruenwald already right off the bat knows exactly where he wants to take Cap. Cap is less political, more open-minded, more patriotic, but not so much with the speeches as he used to be. But he does give a speech at one point, I forget which issue, I can't think of it right now, but he is at a convention center because now Cap has started a hotline. It was right after he fought the awesome android in a barn. And he realizes, you know what, I need to be able to get to the American people wherever they are, not just in New York, but all over the United States. And so he sets up this hotline to make himself more accessible. And for some reason, his PR firm decides to let everyone know, hey, Captain America's here and he's gonna take care of your problems. The freaking US government decided to give Steve almost $1 million in back payment for his services during World War II, which I thought was really cool. Really cool touch that Gruenwald put that in there. At one point, this is 305, 306, he teams up with Captain Britain to take on Modred the Mystic. What else? Armadillo. The Armadillo debuts with 308. He later comes back in issue 316. And I always thought Armadillo was a villain, but he was actually a pretty sympathetic character. It's so sad in 316. His wife is cheating on him with their valet, and he wants to commit suicide. Oh my God. It's so touching. Guys, I cannot wait to read more of Gruenwald's work. If you guys have read Gruenwald's stuff with Captain America, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what I'm in for, because I am so excited. All I can tell you right now is with volume 12, it is so good. I love the touches between sadness and hilarity. Man, Porcupine dies, unfortunately, during the battle with the Serpent Society. I think in issue 315 it was. Again, I wrote it in the breakdown, in the rundown. But at one point, Porcupine teams up with Captain America to take down the Serpent Society. But Porcupine wants to get out of the super villain business. He wants to sell his suit. Nobody will buy it. Not the Secret Empire, not AIM, not the Serpent Society, Hydra. Nobody. Everyone just tells him to fuck off. The Porcupine, Alex Gentry, one of the first villains of the Silver Age, and he can't even get arrested. And the poor guy's like, hey Cap, I have my Porcupine suit. Do you think you and the Avengers want to pay $10,000 for it? It's so sad, guys. So sad. And Cap is like, okay, I'll take the suit off your hands and give you the money if you help me draw out the Serpent Society. And I wish I could say the Serpent Society murdered Porcupine, but they didn't even do that. Apparently, Porcupine accidentally killed himself by falling on his quills. I think it was that. He accidentally, landed on one of his quills while he was running away from Diamondback, who I think eventually will become Captain America's girlfriend. Like, she reforms from the Serpent Society and becomes his girlfriend. But I almost said Arnie. Porcupine, Alex, dies. And I was like, that's so sad. And he's calling himself a loser, that he's gonna die a loser, and nobody remembers him. And Cap is like, no, you're gonna survive, you're gonna make it. And he dies. So then, like, at the very last panel, Cap took the Porcupine's costume and put it on a wall, like a museum, to memorialize Porcupine. And I'm like, wow, the Avenger, or at least Cap, but it's in Avengers Mansion, is memorializing a villain. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, guys? Seeing. I mean, it's just one of those really beautiful moments that, like, this is now a modern era. This is the 80s, guys. The cheesy Reagan era, big hair, big shoulder pads, 80s, my childhood. And we're treated with really smart, intelligent writing. I'm not going to go into my diatribe about Stan Lee, guys. You've heard it a million times, but come on. Stan Lee never thought to think, let's feel for the little guy. The little guy happens to be the bad guy, the villain, the porcupine. You know, I felt really bad. I felt really, I didn't cry, but I was really moved. I was moved by the simplicity of the stories. Armadillo too, just like Porcupine, Armadillo wants to commit suicide, and he falls off the Empire State Building, and he crashes to the ground, and Cap is like, Armadillo, and he's like, oh, I can't even kill myself. Armadillo's like, I can't even kill myself. Oh, but I think I broke something. I love it. I love those touches of humor. What else? Hawkeye comes, well, Hawkeye. This is the cover of 317, which was also covered in Hawkeye Volume 1. I think I already said that. But Hawkeye and Mockingbird come to visit and help out Cap in 316 and 317. And yeah, between 310 to 315 is the real Serpent Society storyline. But before that, you know, other stuff happens. Like I said, Nomad quits. Everybody's gone, and we get a lot of first appearances. Flag Smasher, almost forgot about. Oh, that was the issue. Flag Smasher came in issue 312. 312 was the debut of Flag Smasher, and that was where Cap makes that big speech about what America is, who he is, and it's just beautiful. Again, I don't want any more speeches from Cap. What he said in that issue is enough, and we just move on to just kicking ass. Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing what happens next. I will tell you guys, let's put this, so that was Society of Serpents, Volume 12, 432 pages, guys. And yeah, they pretty much put everybody on here. They didn't need to put Roger Stern and Frank Miller's name. It's pretty much George Carlin, Mike Carlin, Mark Gruenwald, and Paul Neary. Paul Neary, great, the late Paul Neary. Unfortunately, Paul Neary passed away back in February of this year. But he did all of the artwork with the exception of Marvel Fanfare 18. And now, guys, that's that. Go get Volume 12 if you can, guys. It's not in stores. It's out of print. And I don't think they're going to re-release it anytime soon. So you're going to have to go on Amazon or eBay to get it. But trust me, it is so worth it, guys. This, guys, is the next volume, which I am so fucking excited. Volume 13, Justice is Served. Now, I don't know if anybody's aware, but this is the one where the Scourge of the Underworld comes and starts knocking off supervillains left and right. I know 319 is that one where he kills like over 30 villains in one book, which is like a complete massacre. I'm so excited by it. Oh yeah, in the last volume here, Society of Serpents, Scourge tried to kill off Constrictor, the Constrictor, who was briefly part of the Serpent Society before he bolted. Almost bit the big one by Scourge, but Captain America prevented that. But I'm so excited to see what happens. And look at this, guys. We got Wolverine and Wolverine. Look at this fucking cover. This is from the annual number 8. Wolverine and the Cap together. And you don't get too many crossovers with the X-Men and Captain America. But Wolverine is an old warhorse like Cap is. This will cover 318 to 332, an annual 8. Amazing Spider-Man 278, which is the continuation of the Scourge. I think Scourge goes after Flash Thompson dressed as the Hobgoblin in that one, which I actually had that issue, 278 of Amazing Spider-Man. And then we get material from Marvel Fanfare 29, 31, and 32, right? And more. Oh yeah, we have, and more is, we have excerpts from the other books, from the other, like Iron Man 194, Thing 24 and 33, Amazing Spider-Man 276, all about the Scourge killing off villains all over the Marvel Universe, with the exception of X-Men, you know. He kills off the Melter in Avengers 263, of all places. So that's that, and I think that's going to be such a fun read. And that's it, guys. Yeah, Volume 13. This is the next read, in case you're just tuning in. Justice is Served, and I've already reviewed this one, Society of Serpents. This came out almost 10 years ago, August of 2014. So I managed to read it right before the 10-year anniversary. And I love it, guys. So we are heading into, now we're going to 1986-87. Oh, and who's doing this one? Gruenwald, of course. J.M. DeMatteis, cool. J.M. DeMatteis returns. Paul Neary, Mike Zeck. I have a feeling DeMatteis and Zeck are probably doing the annual. I'm not sure. We have Carrie Gamble and Morgan. Who's Morgan? I don't know, guys. I don't know. It is Tom Morgan. Okay, Tom Morgan. And that's that, guys. So let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Like everything, subscribe everything. Give me some comments. Give me some love. Whatever you guys feel. If you have any questions, please let me know. And that's about it, guys. Blah, blah, blah. I'll probably do another review, hopefully within the next 2 days from now. So what's today? Monday? So probably by Wednesday, we'll get a review of Volume 13, Justice is Served. And I cannot wait. All right, guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.